Hello everyone, my name is Sean, and in today's video I will be talking about my personal rogue leveling guide in classic World of Warcraft. So we will spread the guide in 5 big chapters. Those chapters will be races, talents, professions, questing zones, and also leveling dungeons that are suitable for you as a rogue. What race should I create? This is a really good question that we often ask ourselves when we create a new character. Well, in classic World of Warcraft, the race that you are playing could have a huge impact on your playstyle, either if it's PvE or PvP. So this being said, we will start with the Horde. The best PvP races for the Horde are the Warg and the Undead. The Wargs are the best rogue choice if you're PvPing due to their passive stun resistance and also Blood Fury. What Blood Fury will do, once you will activate it, it will increase your attack power by 25%. But really close to the Wargs are the Undead. They have really good active abilities, one of them being the Will of the Forsaken, which will pretty much help you remove fear from you, and also Cannibalize, which will be a really useful health regen in most of the PvP and PvE situations. On the PvE side, Orcs are the best choice, followed really close by the Trolls. The reason why I have picked Orcs first is due to the fact that the Troll active ability requires energy to be activated, which can affect your rotation. For the Alliance, the best PvP race is the Gnome due to his Escape Artist ability. What Escape Artist does is to remove freezes or slow effects from yourself, which is really important against mages, and also other classes, but especially mages. Really close to the Gnome is a Dwarf with Stormform, which is a really strong ability against other rogues. Despite the Stormform version from other expansions, Stormform in classic World of Warcraft allows you to remove blind as well from yourself. On the PvE side, humans are the go-to choice due to its sword and mace specialization. Humans are the best race for PvE if you want to play rogue. If you are thinking about doing PvE and PvP, humans are the best race that you can go with, at least on the Alliance side. Moving forward, talents. There are two major builds that you can use while leveling. However, in my opinion, both are really good in certain situations. We have the sword build and also the dagger build. Both of the builds have been created with a little bit of PvP situations in mind, as right now I'm playing on a PvP server. If you are playing on a PvE server, I will provide you one of my PvE builds that I'm using while leveling. Starting with the sword spec. If you are a human, this is the go-to spec. The first sword spec that we will talk about will be the PvP build, which will include the following talents. Deflection, which will allow you to pick riposte. That is a really good spell against melee classes. Also, in this build we will need to add improved sprint, which is one of the most important spells as a rogue, as if you're not playing a gnome, you will have no ability that will remove freezes and slow effects. What sprint does is gives you a 100% chance when using sprint to remove freezes and slow effects from you. This is really important to use against mages, but also other classes that will slow you. However, improved sprint could also be helpful in certain PvE situations, especially against caster mobs that will use slow effects or freezes on you. Moving forward on the PvE build, we will remove the points from deflection and riposte, and we will add 1 point into lightning reflexes and 5 points into the sword specialization. Also, all the other talents will remain the same. Switching on the other build, the dagger build will mainly use ambush and backstab, which we will improve within our talents. You will need to add talent points on improved backstab and also on improved sprint. We will not use deflection and riposte, as we will use those 5 talent points in order to improve our ambush ability with the opportunity talent. So on the PvE side, we will remove the points that we have used on improved sprint, and we will add them to the lethality talent. What you'll need to take in consideration is the fact that the dagger build is useful in most of the PvP situations. However, for leveling and questing, this is not that useful, as front stabbing was removed from classic WoW. Professions. Although there are many professions to choose from, some can give you a little bit of an edge. Many rogues choose to go with skinning and leatherworking. Leatherworking as a rogue, you can craft many helpful pieces of gear that are helpful while leveling as well, helping you to get geared with the pre-raid recommended best in slot. However, as another recommendation, you will greatly benefit from herbalism as it will allow you to farm Fate Leaf required to create blinding powder, the reagent for blind, as well as Swift Thistle used to create the powerful Twistle Tea. However, you won't be able to level herbalism properly in dungeons. If you want to only PvP, I would recommend choosing mining and engineering, as engineering is the best profession for PvP. As an engineer, you will have access to a huge amount of tools that will be useful against other players. It will be like having an ace up your sleeve. If you're looking just to make money, I would recommend going with gathering professions, such as herbalism and skinning, which are really useful because herbalism will provide you the necessary agents for rogue abilities, but also skinning will help you to just vendor the skins and not waste any time on the auction house. Recommended questing zones. Once you completed the starting area for your particular race, you begin to have options of where to go. This is the route that I have used and still using while leveling a rogue. So, the second I finished the starting area zone, I went to Lochmodan, Darkshore, Westfall, Redridge Mountains, Duskwood, Wetlands, Hillsbred Foothills, Orati Highlands, Stranglethorn Valley, Desolance, Badlands, Stranglethorn Valley again, Tanaris, Feralas, Searingor, Fellwood, Burning Steppes, Unguro Crater, Western Plaguelands, Eastern Plaguelands, and Winter Spring. On the Horde side, this will be a little bit different in the beginning. If you are an Orc, Troll or Tauren, after finishing the start zone, you will need to go to the Barrens. Or, if you are an Undead, you will need to go to the Silverpine Forest, which is the equivalent zone for the Barrens. After finishing the Barrens or the Silverpine Forest, you could go to the Stone Talon Mountains, and after that, come back to the Barrens to finish up the rest of the quests. After finishing those zones, you can continue as on the Alliance side. Also, guys, do not forget to grind mobs in between questing zones. Moving forward to the leveling dungeons. The dungeons that I have chosen will provide you a really good item either from a boss drop or quest. So here is the list of dungeons. We will start with the Dead Mines. The most important item from the Dead Mines is the chest piece that you will get after completing the quest named Defia's Brotherhood if you are Alliance. Also from Dead Mines you will be able to get the Cruel Barb sword that drops on Edwin Van Cleef. I would also suggest farming Shadowfang Keep for the Butcher Slicer sword. Moving forward, I would recommend farming Nomergan, which is a really good dungeon to farm on as it provides you a lot of XP and also one good quest item if you're Alliance as well, and 2 boss drop items. At the same level range, you will be able to enter the Scarlet Monastery, which provides a handful of good items. If you will pass the level cap of the above dungeons, I would recommend going to the following dungeons: Razorfang Downs, Uldaman, Zul'Farrak, Maraudon, Blackrock Depths, and Sunken Temple. After reaching level 57, I would recommend just dungeon leveling in the Blackrock Spire dungeons, as this will help you to get the pre-raid best in slot items. In the end, I would like to thank you for watching the video, and also please do not forget to subscribe, comment and leave a like, as this will help us grow as a channel. Until next time guys, have a good one.